Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Honestly, I have yet to figure out which direction I want to take this channel. I was thinking about maybe doing like a variety something, like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm not quite sure as yet, but I was kind of like thinking maybe incorporating my podcast into my YouTube channel. But I'm trying to play it by ear to see how that goes because I don't know what got into me into thinking that making a YouTube channel would have been a great idea, but here I am. And guys, please excuse the way that I look because I know my eyebrows need to be done. I'm actually trying to grow them out because I want to reshape them. And then as far as my hair is concerned, that is a story all by itself. I know I'm due for a wash and retwist, but I'm usually the one that does it. So right now I'm kind of like feeling kind of lazy because I have yet to find a loctician. So if any of you out there knows of a great loctician in Pompano, please let me know. Okay, because I seriously just want to be pampered sometimes. I don't want to be doing my hair all the time. I want someone to pamper me. I want to go and have, the whole washing experience and getting my hair retwist and styled by somebody else other than me. But that's not even what we're here to talk about today. Like I said before, I was thinking about incorporating my podcast topics into my YouTube channel. So let's get into it. So basically, today, I want to talk about the differences between being jealous and being territorial. Because for me, I never really understood why we associate our partner's behavior with being jealous. Like, I never really understood, like, how can you be jealous of something that already belongs to you? See where I'm going with this? How can you be jealous of something that already belongs to you? Because if you were to Google the word jealousy, it will tell you, it will define jealousy as being envious. You can be envious of another person's car, of another person's relationship, of another person's successes. But how can you be envious of your own relationship? You see where I'm going with this? So it's kind of like, it never registered here. Call me slow, call me simple. I guess it sounds better, I guess. But if you want to be like politically correct, technically, your partner's behavior is not displaying the behaviors of jealousy. They're displaying the behaviors of being territorial. Because when you Google, or if you want to go back to the Webster Dictionary and you define the word territorial, it tells you to be territorial is to be protective. Now, there is such a thing as being over protective. There is such a thing as being over protective. Okay? Let's get that clear. But it is normal for your mate to be territorial. I always tell people, like, me personally, there is not a jealous bone in my body. It's not. There really isn't. I am one of those people, if you share your good news with me, I would be genuinely happy for you in whatever it is. I will genuinely share in your joys and in your successes with no hatred, with no malice or animosity or anything behind it. I will share your joy with you because at the end of the day, I like to see people succeed, especially if you're close to me. I feel like that your successes are my successes. I feel like your happiness is my happiness. Because rather than me being envious of your successes, of what you have accomplished, regardless of whatever area it may be in your life, for me, I look at it as a motivational tool. It gives me hope. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if you could put in that much work, that much effort, that much determination into achieving your goal, then what is stopping me? Like, seriously, what is stopping me from doing the same? And then you have to be careful of when you're envious of what another person have, because you don't know the length they had to go to get it. You don't know how much blood, sweat, and tears they had cried before getting to the point of success they are at in their life. You don't know the sacrifices behind it, and you also do not know if they sold their soul to the devil to get it. So while you're being jealous or envious of what another person have, you have to ask yourself, are you ready and willing to put in the amount of work that it takes to get to where they're at? Are you ready and willing to make the sacrifices that they made to get what they got? Are you ready to sell your soul to be successful in whatever area in your life that you want to be successful in? So you have to be careful. You really have to be careful when you find yourself being jealous and envious of what another person has. So if I had to say that I was a jealous person, because honestly and truly, I don't feel as though that I am. But that's just me. That's just my opinion of me. If I had to say that I was jealous of anything that other people have, I would say that I would be jealous of their drive. I would be jealous of their determination. I would be jealous of the strength and the courage that they have, and that it took them to actually pursue their goals. You know, that would be the kind of things that I would be jealous of, but not to say that I would be jealous of this person's relationship because I want it, or I would be jealous of this person's job because I want it. Sorry, or I could be jealous of whatever. I honestly do not have that time, effort, or energy to waste in being jealous of what other people have. Am I territorial? Best believe I am. Yes, I am. I am territorial. I am not afraid to say that I am territorial. I am territorial of what belongs to me, because I am protective. I am protective of my kids. I am protective of my relationship, if I had one. But when I was in a relationship, I was territorial of that. I am protective of it because I know how hard I work to keep my relationship together. And so, yes, I'm going to become territorial of keeping it together against any intruder that is trying to come in and infiltrate my relationship. For example, for those of you that have dogs, right? And let me just say this, I'm not calling anybody a dog. This is just an illustration so that we can, drive the point home so that we can better understand it. Okay? For those of you that has guard dogs, when an intruder tries to come into your property, the dog becomes territorial. The dog becomes protective of its owner. It becomes so protective of the owner that it will sometimes bark at the intruder, and even at times attack the intruder. So the same way that a dog can be protective or territorial of its owner, because that is the person that provides shelter, that is the person that is taking care of them, that is the person that is feeding them, and that is the person that is showing them love and affection. So of course, anytime an intruder tries to come in and infiltrate the property or infiltrate the home, the dog is automatically goes into protective mode. Like seriously, it goes into protective mode. So what is the difference between your mate, be it male or female, being protective of you when they see an intruder trying to infiltrate their relationship? What is the difference? Again, I say there is such a thing as being over protective. You can't be overly protective to the point of you being somewhat controlling. But it is natural. It's natural for people to be protective of their relationships. Because sometimes we can be so close to the third party being the jealous person, that we don't see it. You know? Sometimes we are blinded to the signs, to the warning signs, because you may not view that person in a romantic light. It doesn't necessarily mean that the other person doesn't view you in a romantic light. And I don't care who the person is, and I don't care how long that you and this person may or may not have been friends, unless that person is gay. Given the opportunity, oh, you best believe they're going to take the chance given to them to see if they can persuade you to being with them. And unfortunately, like, a lot of people fall into the trap. But then again, you have to think about the delivery of the message, because like right now I'm not in a relationship, right? But if I was in a relationship and my person would come to me and say, hey, I don't want you to be friends with this person. And I'm like, why? If you are delivering the message to me in a way that sounds controlling, but man, let's face it. First of all, let's be real. Anybody is going to feel like you are telling me that who I can and cannot be friends with. First of all, that is just facts. Because, buddy, especially if me and this person have years of friendship between us, who are you to come in and tell me who I can and cannot be friends with? But seriously though, but sometimes there is some truth to it. When your girlfriend says to you, I don't want you being friends with Sally because, I can tell that Sally likes you. Rather than dismissing it as her being jealous, maybe try pay a little bit of attention to what she's saying, because again I say sometimes we can be so close to these people. It can be a close friend, a childhood friend, it can be a co-worker, it can be a neighbor, it can be anybody that you feel some type of a deep connection with on a friendship level. And because we are so close to these people, that sometimes we miss the signs. We miss the little lovesick puppy eyes that they look at us with. We can miss the little, subtle telltale signs that says, hey, you know what? Given the opportunity, I just, I wish you and I can be together. So again, this goes for both male and female. When your partner comes to you and says, I don't think you should be friends with this person, or I'm not comfortable with your friendship with this person. I'm not saying to go ahead and cut off the friendship right away, but I'm just saying be somewhat respectful and be mindful of your partner's feelings and start to pay attention to the signs, because sometimes they're right and sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes it can be their overactive imaginations, maybe because somewhere deep down they knew that when they were friends with a female that they was trying to get with the female, but the female just wasn't having it. So sometimes that can play tricks in their minds too. They think that maybe that your friends or whatever. But I mean, you get what you all know where I'm going with this, right? But sometimes like you have to be mindful. So it's like you can't be jealous of what's already yours. Like, you cannot be jealous of what's already yours. If my mate isn't comfortable with my friend with my friendship with another male that is like extremely close to me, there is some truth to it. So I have to take his feelings into consideration. I would limit the amount of time that I spend with this person. I would, out of respect for my mate's feelings, I would do that. But you become territorial over things that matter to you. Everybody wants someone that is protective of them, and there are so many levels to being protecting. It is not just the security of it all, where you're providing your financial stability and home and whatever, or being protective of the family. Sometimes you want a person to be protective of your heart. You want someone to be territorial of your heart. You want someone to be protective of you. You want to be content or comfortable in the knowledge and knowing that this person is willing to do anything to safeguard your heart and to safeguard your relationship. Because it's like the third party who is trying to come in because they see what you have. They see the kind of relationship that you have with your person, and they're single, or they're in a relationship and they're miserable in their relationship. But they look at you, and you are relationship goals. They look at you, and you become their idol. They idolize your relationship, and so they started thinking like, if this person can make her happy, or if she can make him this happy, maybe she can make me this happy too. Sometimes it'd be your own friends or your own family. It'd be the people that are closest to you that always want what you have, because they start to think that maybe being with you can fulfill the void in their life. They start to think that maybe, ooh, I'm spitting. Girl, you need to say it, not spray it. Dang, in a world of COVID. And I'm all about here just talking and spraying shit. Like, I don't want to be close to you when you talking, sis. Because dang, you just spitting all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But shit, that should just keep right out. I don't know if y'all gonna see it, but I saw it. I was like, girl, keep it to a minimum, okay? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But I even forgot what the hell I was saying. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. What the hell was I saying? God, I literally forgot what I was saying. Like, damn, that should just keep right out. No, but seriously, the jealous person is usually the third party. The jealous person is usually that female that is a little too friendly with your person. The jealous person is usually that male friend that's a little too friendly with you. The male friend that is always available to talk when you going through something. That's your jealous person. That female that always like, throwing shade at your girl. Like when you and your girl have a little disagreement, the chick that's always like, I don't know why she be acting like that sometimes, but I be trying to talk to her that she need to do better and this, whatever. Usually, that is the jealous person. That male friend, regardless of what time of day, what type of night that you were to text or to call them, they're quick to respond, to make themselves available for you. That's usually the jealous person. And the thing is, you're not going to see it because they're your friend. They're your friend. They are just being friendly to you. They are being a supportive friend to you. When you and your person are going through it, they are usually the friend that is always there, always available, as if they don't have a life of their own, as if they don't have a relationship of their own. Many times they don't. But they are always the person that is always too eager to be available. They are always the person that is overly eager to provide that shoulder for you to cry on. They are always the person that is just, day or night. If ever you need me, just call me, or whatever the case is. And if you need to talk, I'm there, I'm available. They are usually the jealous person. See, but in your eyes, they are just being a friend. They are just being that supportive friend that you need in when you and your person are going through it. But shouldn't my friend be there for me? I'm sorry, but it's like you and my friend are not friends. The only thing you guys have in common is me. So if me and my man, if we going through something, why is my female being a friend to you and not to me? Why is your male friend being a friend to me and not to you when you and I are going through something like seriously, guys, think about it. Tom and I are dating. I introduced Sally to Tom. I'm the only thing that Sally and Tom have in common as far as friendship wise. Sally is not Tom's friend and Tom is not Sally's friend. So when me and Tom are going through our relationship problems, Sally have no business being a friend to Tom. Tom have no business crying on Sally's shoulder, because they are not friends. They are only associates via me. I am the only common denominator between these two. So the minute that you see Sally and Tom being a little too friendly, the minute that you see Sally is going out of her way to be a friend to Tom and not to me, we have a problem. We have a problem. Because usually Sally is the jealous person. Sally sees what Tom and I have. So of course Sally is going to be the perfect person for Tom when Tom needs that shoulder. Let's do another scenario. Let's say Tom and Sally were friends. I met Tom and Sally and their friendship, their years of friendship going on. But because Tom sees Sally as a little sister, she's just a really good friend. Sally have always been there through the good times, through the bad times, to the highs and to the lows when Tom was going through it. But even though she is being this friend that Tom needed throughout the years, Sally has been secretly wishing and secretly sabotaging all of Tom's relationship because she feels like she and Tom would be a better match. So now here I am, I come along. Sally is not my friend. Will she tolerate me? Yes, she will. She will tolerate me for the sake of Tom. Will she fully like me? No. Not usually. Because now you are just another hindrance in her path to getting with Tom. So now you're seeing all of these funny behavior and displays between her and Tom, and you said to Tom, you know what, I'm not comfortable with your friendship with Sally. Like maybe you guys should, like, tone it down a little bit. Again, I say be careful of the delivery of the message, because you don't want to seem like you are telling your mate who they can and cannot be friends with, especially if there's history in that friendship, especially if there is years and years and years and years of friendship there. You have to be careful. And I say be careful because sometimes it can be your own security also. It can be your own security also to say that, you know what, these two have history. So what am I going to do? I just came here into play. So I got to make sure that, I find a way to monopolize all of Tom's time. You have to be careful because sometimes it can be your own securities also that plays into your mind and ultimately makes you become a little over territorial because you feel like he belongs to you. So you have to be careful of that, and you have to be careful of the delivery of the message. So here I am, I go to Tom and I'm like, I'm not really comfortable with you and Sally being so close or whatever the case is, because I feel like maybe she doesn't like me a little bit or whatever the case is. That would be my own insecurity, because sometimes if you are not willing to give the other person a chance to be your friend, then there's always going to be like a little hostility when you guys are around each other. But at the same token, when you realize that your mate are not comfortable, whether they voice that to you or not, if you are in tune with the behaviors and the feelings of the person that you are with, you are able to detect that they are uneasy and uncomfortable with certain friendship, and then you must then therefore decide within yourself, how are you going to handle your friendship for the sake of the person that you are with. There's like so many levels to this, because we can talk about like the insecurities facing relationships, but that should be like, I feel like that's like another topic altogether whatever, because right there I really just wanted to talk about the differences between being jealous and territorial or whatever, but I feel like I just rambled on and 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 on, which I am sorry. And then I got a little sidetracked with the whole spitting incident of Charles. Woo. Anyways, but yeah, that to me is the difference between being jealous and being territorial. You cannot be jealous over something that belongs to you. You can, however, be territorial and protective of it, but I don't feel like you can be jealous over something that already belongs to you. But then again, that's just me. There is no scientific proof behind it. This is just me rambling on and sharing my own personal views and my own personal opinion. Of course, I stand to be corrected. All right. So once again, I apologize for spitting on you guys. I apologize for rambling on, and I apologize for looking a hot mess while doing this show. Hopefully the next show I can be like a little bit more presentable. Don't hold me to it, okay? Because I like to be comfortable. I like for my skin to breathe or whatever. So there's no guarantees that I'm going to be made up or whatever the case is. So basically what you see is what you are going to get. And again, so I'm sorry for rambling on. But I just wanted to voice my opinion on that, or whatever the case is, because I don't like to be considered as jealous, because I am never envious of what another person have, but I am very protective of what belongs to me. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed my little thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. Like, guys, I am still like trying to find a way how to handle this, how to deal with this, how to do this, or whatever you want to say. I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay, so bear with me, and have like a little bit of patience, or whatever the case is. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and share it with other people. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was oddly a little bit of fun. Hopefully I can get like a little bit more comfortable, like in doing recordings and having like more interesting things to say, and try not to ramble as much or whatever. But thank you guys so much for keeping me company this evening. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day. So until next time, bye.